Colin Kaepernick, 49ers quarterback, said that, he ain't standing for the national anthem. So, I think, you, one, a huge sports fan. Two, you were trying to show, you understood where he was coming from. Give me your side of the story as to what you were trying to say to everybody.
Basically, I just made a post in support of him. I understand what he has to risk by making any type of political statement or any type of statement in favor of any social injustice.
Mm-hmm.
With most social injustices, there's a perpetrator who is the oppressor, and the oppressor is usually the person of power. So there's going to be some type of oppression he's going to come against by making any type of stand. So I understand, of course he's going to lose sponsorships, endorsements. Also, just be real, where he's at, he was coming off an injury. Last year, he really didn't play that good. They were talking about trading him, this and that, or cutting him. I was hoping he would get traded or cut so that he'd come to the Texans because I think he's a dope quarterback. But just watching where he's at and his injury and things like that, so you never know. He could end up getting cut or traded because of this, because they might not want to associate themselves as an organization with any type of controversy, especially if it's something that's being misunderstood and blown out of proportion. Like this is completely being misunderstood. This is being interpreted that he's anti-military, that he's anti-against the troops. It's not the case at all.
Right.
He's against the systemic oppression that's been going on in this country since the very inception of the country, since the Constitution was made. And people don't realize that we have a fluid Constitution. That means it's not set in stone, brick and mortar, what is written, those are the laws. It's fluid. We make amendments to it all the time. The Constitution constantly is changing. That's what the amendment is. It's a change to it. It's an added change. So we're always making amendments to change whatever was wrong at the time, such as slavery. And no one can say slavery was a good thing in their right mind. No one can say that.
Right.
So there's all type of things such as that went on back in them days that was allowed or that was commonplace, but that don't mean they were moral or that they were right. So for him to make this type of statement where his way of protesting is to not stand up, people are misinterpreting it as being anti-military. First of all, there's a third verse to that song that talks about slaves not being able to find help, and how slaves and something about slaves not being able to find refuge.
Mm-hmm.
That third verse has been taken off because there's something else controversial in it too, I think. But people don't say that third verse. People don't even realize that. So let me also add this. Me personally, it's funny how me saying this, people then don't want to attack me saying I'm anti-military. So I come from a military background. People say they support the military all the time. I don't even know what that means. It means all types of things to different people. I've done about 7 or more than 7 tours to active war zones: Afghanistan, Iraq, Qatar, Kuwait, parts of Africa. Several times. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about not after the war is over and it's peace.
Well, Paul, let me ask you, what actually were they saying? Were people saying to you that because I could tell somebody got under your collar or some people got under your collar. So what actually was said to you that made you, because the first time it was just in response to Kaepernick, and, you were supporting him, you understood where he was coming from. You know what I'm saying? His way of doing things. But what was said to you that made you go back on Instagram, Twitter, whatever, social media to let a couple of people have it?
I look back on there after a few minutes. I got a very busy life. I got kids. I'm getting ready for school, those type of things. So at that time, I just got back from out of town. I had a big, long trip to Alaska, and then I went to Seattle. We got a bunch of things in the works. We're doing these grills for these Olympic gold medalists.
Yeah, I'm getting to that before I let you get off this phone. I'm gonna get into that.
I got a new album coming out. I just dropped my new single. So I'm real busy right now. So it's not like I'm not one of those people that stares at my comments all day. I just happened to look back on it, and I knew this was one of those type of topics where it was going to attract some attention. And I got all type of followers. Some people follow me for different reasons. Some people follow me for the wrong reasons. They don't even know what I'm about. And I want them to know what I'm about. Know what I'm about and support me. If you don't know what I'm about, then why follow me and be nosy? I'd rather you didn't follow me. I want you to know what I'm about and be on the same page. You know what I'm saying? So I look back and I seen there was a whole lot of chatter on there, a lot of people going back and forth, a lot of negativity, a lot of attacking. Now, I didn't see Colin Kaepernick attack anybody with his protest. With my post, I didn't attack anybody. But it's all types of people that have come on there attacking me, calling me all kinds of names, telling me I'm going to go to hell for doing that. And it just is crazy to me because I've been in these war zones in the middle of the war. I ain't never heard them play the national anthem. They don't play the national anthem when they go out there and they finna go attack people or they finna go on a mission or they finna go save somebody. They ain't playing the national anthem when they fly their jets. Man, where do they play the national anthem? The only place they play the national anthem is at sporting events. Why? Because the NFL, NBA, all the different franchises, MLB, the franchises and the associations make money off of that. They got days dedicated to the soldiers where they do this because they do that to make money. This is an entertainment thing. They sing the national anthem because they can get somebody like Beyonce to come sing it so it attracts attention. They don't, they say they support the troops. You're not supporting the troops by singing a song. You support the troops by giving them moral encouragement or by voting so that we got the right people in power so that we're not sending troops on crash dummy missions. There's all type of ways to support the troops. Now, we honor the troops. Now, don't get me wrong. I'll be at all type of places, and I ain't got no haircut, whatever. When that Star Spangled Banner come on, my national anthem come on, I take my hat off, and I put my hand on my heart out of respect because I know people who died in active duty. I got family members who was in active duty. I've been over there to see that. I was over there in Afghanistan, the deadliest month in the entire war. That just happened to be the month that I was there. It was the deadliest month in the history of the war over there was the month I was there. Every day people dying. They come to my concert, the next day they go out and die. That means something to me to be able to have that type of bond with these type of soldiers. I ain't never met a soldier who said they care about the national anthem. They ain't worried about no national anthem.
Paul Wall has spoken. Still a little upset, I can tell. We're going to change. I just appreciate it, Paul. I just want to hear from you and just get your side of the story because I don't usually see you go off on people. So to see you go to social media and start going off on people, I found it to be interesting. So I appreciate that. But